Hello everyone, welcome to this Dota 2 cast submit on Reddit. My name is Automo, and I'll be your caster for this game. Let's look at the two sides we have right now. This was submitted by a player on the Radiant side, so let's see what we're gonna get. Looks like we're gonna get a support Morphling early on. That's strange. Alright, so we have Terry Cruise Missile on the Necrophos. Looks like it's gonna be a core Necrophos based on his item build. Morphling support. This seems to be something that's been happening quite often, where Morphlings go for a high level of adaptive strike. You get a really good stun out of it. We have Timbersaw. Oh, sorry, who's he being played for? A Patron Wizard. We have Timbersaw being played by Lorberry, going to the top lane because he's going to be an off lane. We have Dirge, who is being played by Paunch. I like Dirge a lot. So I'm glad to see him. We're going to have Snapplefax playing the Chaos Knight. There's going to be a core Chaos Knight at the bottom lane. And as for the Dire, we have Chinese characters playing the Troll. We have Rubik being played by TA Flo. We have Gyrocopter, a rather rare hero, being also played by Chinese characters. Then we have the fifth Teletubby on the Huskar, and lastly Slardar top lane being played by Love Cheener. So who got the bounty runes? It looks like the Dire got both bounty runes. So as you can see, leading, like that's such a good lead early on to have. So Necrophos going mid, level 1 Heartstopper. It gives you some decent harass that you can do wherever you go. So that's nice for him. Necrophos against Gyrocopter. If Gyrocopter maxes Homing Missile, that'll be an interesting build. We don't see that very often, but it could force the Necrophos to leave the lane a bit. Looks like we have Morphling jungling. That is something you don't see. And it looks like he's jungling at just the place where they go back. No wonder he went for max agility. He morphed everything to agility. This is actually really clever. I've never seen it before. Oh, bottom lane? No, it's fine. And sorry, top lane. And it looks like it's going to be a solo Timbersaw against these two, against Huskar and Rubik. Not a good lane for him. You can see that he hasn't got a creep kill yet. So, oh, top lane. Looks like we might have a kill early on. Stun lands, but looks like they don't want to go for it. And Timbersaw going for the early level of reactive armor. Reactive armor, Timber Chain, both are okay. Reactive armor, you take much less damage. Timber Chain, you have an escape mechanism. Either one is fine. I think by level 2 you should have 1 point in each. So yeah, he's going for. He has a level in Homing Missile. I wonder if he's gonna spam it. He should, I think. I mean, it will force the Necro a bit back. And Slardar, it looks like this is a support Slardar, and he's really doing some work on the Timbersaw. Timbersaw still without CS. And finally, Undying helping out the Chaos Knight. This is not a really good lane for the bottom. Undying could do quite well because of his Decay. Decay is a really good spell. And it takes level 2 Tombstone. Level 2 you should probably take Soul Rip would be the better spell. And then you max out Tombstone, but you know, it's not that much of a difference. Sprint. I think actually maybe a Bash would be better, but who knows. So yeah, let's looking at the current CS. Troll and Necrophos both doing quite well. It's like Necrophos is doing a slightly relatively even. Yeah, Troll. Where's Troll anyway? Sorry. Yeah, Troll top lane. He of course is gonna have 3 farm with the Slardar support, and Timbersaw just can't do anything. Similar story bottom lane. Oh, we have a kill. Looks like it'll be very difficult for them to bring him down. His decay just takes too much, gives him too much life. And yeah, Huskar also doing very well. Well, not very well, but quite well. Morphling, jungling. Yeah, this is very rare. I'm very impressed by this. I mean, I've never seen it before. So, and he takes Quelling Blade. Although, he takes a lot of damage. But this is a cool thing though. Once you have all your strength morphed into agility, even one tang, it gives you a ton of life. It's like you can't farm this camp though, not like the other camps. Oh, bottom lane? I keep thinking this Timbersaw might die. I don't know why, I feel like it's gonna happen. Anyway, let's look at item builds. Necrophos. I'm not sure he's saving for. This is probably the skill build you want to go. Max Death Pulse, 1 point and everything else. So, basic Morphling, support, Timbersaw. He has a Stout Shield. I can't really tell what he's going to go for. I think he's probably going to max out Timber Chain. I think so. I mean, I don't know. It seems like the best spell for me. Undying. Oh, the bottom lane. Tombstone comes out and looks like we're going to have a dead Huskar early on. And he is down. And Rubik trying to run away, but there are no zombies to slow him, so he should be fine. Yeah, he's fine. First blood goes to, I think, Undying? Oh, Chaos Knight. And he's going for the 2 points in Tomb, so I think level 4 he definitely should take a point in Soul Rip. There we go. And is he going Tranquil Boots? Tranquil Boots not the best for Undying? Hard to tell. This could be, he's being dove on. Decay really turning the fight around. Looks like they'll be able to get the Rubik thanks to Decay keeping him alive. Will he burn down? No, he should be fine, but I have to use Soul Rip. Alright. Yeah, he's fine. Oh, it burns, but not that much. And yeah, Undying. Undying is one of the strongest heroes early game. We don't see him this often nowadays because games are more about late game and the rubber band effect. So even if you take an early advantage, it's not that great. And Undying, he falls off after 20 minutes of the game. He's very powerful for the first 20, okay-ish, 20 to 30, but after that he falls off. So we don't see him that often, even though he's a really, really, really strong hero early on. Chaos Knight, what is he going for? Alright, Bracer, Magic Wand. He can't do much in the lane by himself, though. He has only 1 CS, that's interesting. I thought it was going to be a core, but interesting. He has more kills than he has last hits. Alright, let's look at Troll. Phase Boots, and yeah, pretty much standard Troll items, nothing there. Rubik, I don't expect him to have much by now, and he doesn't. Looking at the ward, it seems like only the Radiant seems to be doing a slightly better support work. They have 1 ward here, they have a flying courier, whereas the Dire are still working with the ground courier, and doesn't seem like they have any wards anywhere. So yeah, definitely it feels like the Dire slightly ahead. Oh, Gyrocopter, he has his bottle, and he's going for max rocket barrage. And yeah, you can see the homing missile is doing quite a bit of work forcing the Necro back. And the thing is, the more you retreat, the more damage it does if it hits you. Oh, sorry, I missed it. Ah, Huskar, he dies as well. Ah, man, I missed 2 kills. I apologize. But yeah, I can see how even against a very, Huskar is one of the hardest people to lane against if you're melee. Yet Undying is still doing quite well against him. Although the gold graph is, yeah, it's going back up. Experience is in Radiant's favor. However, these early kills, that's the thing, they just don't amount to too much. You don't get as much of a lead from them. So even though that's what I'm saying with Undying, very powerful early game, gives your team a good lead and a head start and everything, but rubber band effect. And it looks like Timbersaw might be falling. Reactive armor not enough, and the heal takes too long to get there. Will he be able to kill? Looks like not enough damage. If he does, you give 30 seconds, and yeah, he doesn't even cancel the salve. Ah, he doesn't cancel the salve because of wording axes, and he makes it out alive with that salve uncancelled. Not bad. So Timbersaw falls. It's the first kill for the Dire. And 1 second while I drink water. Casting is thirsty work. So Necrophos going for the very early Aghanim Scepter. I really like this because firstly it gives you a lot of survivability, and secondly because Reaper Sight is such an amazing skill. If you can get a kill, it's an extra 30 seconds no matter who. That's 30 seconds they're not getting experience, not farming, not supporting their allies, not planning wards. It's a big thing if you can get a few kills with Reaper Sight. Can completely change the flow of how a hero is moving. But looking at the CS, you can see that Troll is doing very well, him and Gyrocopter, whereas the Radiant support, the Radiant aren't doing quite as well. It's Morphling still farming the forest. And 20 CS in 7 minutes, he's not the most efficient farmer. Oh, looks like we're going to have a attempt in the mid lane. Remember, he has no Reaper Sight. If he had, he might have been able to get a kill, trying to chase. Look at that damage coming out from Heartstopper Aura. Missed the kill, but it's okay. We might get a kill here, and looks like it's gonna be really close. Gyrocopter, that couldn't have been gone more perfect. He killed him, he got the win, and just as Reaper Sight was about to cool down, man, it's so close, so close. It's like Timbersaw was going for more Timber Chain. Oh, was he trying to go for a kill? Looks like he failed. Should be fine though. Troll World went into melee range, I think, to dodge some of that damage. So what's he going for? Looks like he's going to go for Soul Ring. So it's going to be a Bloodstone. If you're going to rush Bloodstone with Timbersaw, that means you expect you're going to be snowballing very early on. I wonder if we'll be seeing that. The good thing about Huskar is that he's actually really strong against Necrophos. You really take no damage from his Reaper Scythe because of Berserker's Blood. And he has an urn. Doesn't seem like he's really farmed much in the bottom lane. In fact, I really not sure who's what. I mean, is Undying the support? Is Chaos Knight the support? I know Morphling is the support based on what he's done, and he's going for more points Adaptive Strike. So you can see that you can get a really long duration stun because of with this 4.4 seconds. So we'll have to see. He's not going for anything like arcane boots or things like that, so he might actually still scale into late game. And that's the good thing about carries when they play a support, is that they're still good late game. Like for example, Wraith King, he scales very well into late game, even as a support. Mirana as well. Looks like Troll. See, even though the Dire are behind on kills, they're still ahead in experience because. Oh, looks like we might have a dive here. Undying. He's in ultimate form. Did he drop the tombstone? He did, but it's too far. Looks like he's gonna pay the price for it. Troll might fall to the zombies, and he does, but it doesn't really matter because Undying doesn't get any experience from it. And Jericho able to zone out the Necrophos with that rocket homing missile. I don't think you should chase that though, and he does. He's still going for it. He might turn this around. No, too soon. You're not gonna get that kill. He should have waited a bit more. And oh, that's 2 Reaper Scythe misses in a row. Morphling, look at that HP. But he has no armor, so he's taking quite a lot of damage. Gyrocopter going up against 3. In the end, he doesn't get a kill though. Not sure why Necrophos is being so eager with his ultimate. It doesn't really do much damage level 1. You just want to use it when they have like 10% HP at most. And I guess Huskar will never get a kill, pretty much, unless someone else does enough damage. So yeah, looking at the CS, even then, even when they just lost Jericho, they're still doing okay. Still taking the lead. So, which team scales better into late game? I definitely say that it's close, but the Dire scales better into late game. Mainly because, apart from Rubik, who's okay late game, he's not bad. Alright, he's safe. Apart from Rubik, all of them can be played as carries, whereas on the Radiant side, I mean, it's a support Morphling. Timbersaw falls off a little bit late game. Oh, we have a kill here? No. And Undying is really weak. Plus, Chaos Knight is just not the best carry in the game. There's a reason he's not that popular. Oh, and here we have Undying, Tombstone. Last he might die before he can do any decays. Can he Soul Rip? No, he doesn't have anything. And looks like we lose the slaughter early on. And Troll falls right after. So it's 2 kills for the Radiant, and Jericho throws his ultimate again on the Necro. Doesn't get anything out of it. Huskar, I think he's trying to jump from the trees, from the hill. And will we get a deny? Yeah, it looks like next he's gonna be denied. So that was a pretty bad exchange for the Dire. It really didn't go their way. Alright, Morphling. Support Morphling. Look at that life. Well, he has no armor, so that's one thing. Oh, he sees it, and look at him. He can take a full rocket barrage to the face and still survive. Rocket homing missile coming out. Will they try to stun? Oh, stun by Slardar. Looks like we're gonna lose Timbersaw pretty fast. Chaos Knight, 4 seconds stun. Can he get a kill out of it? Tombstone, is it out yet? He's a bit slow on. I think he should throw it out before the decay. But Zombie is starting to flow out. Undying manages to go out, and look at all these zombies slowing everyone down. Necrophos, big ultimate, managed to get the kill. Huskar jumping in, not really where you want to be. He might be able to burn the Necro, but it's not going to be enough. And it's is it a team wipe? Did Troll die early on? I think he may have. I'm not sure. So yeah, it's 4 for 2. Big fight for the Radiant. And Troll, does he want to go on Undying? Can he bash him enough? Looks like he might be able to. Undying, decay, soldier, he has to increase his life. Necrophos with the Timbersaw with the slow, and we got a dead Troll. Yeah, it is a team wipe at the end. It is a team wipe. So we're gonna see that's a pretty big jump up. And like I said, Undying really doing well. I'm surprised he's going for more points in Soul Rip. Decay seems like a slightly better spell, but I suppose Soul Rip improves and sort of gets better, whereas Decay always steals the same amount of strength. So you should always max out Tombstone first. Look at all that gold he has, 2.2k. Looking at the net worth graph, you can see Undying is doing really well, and it's expected. Like I said, this is sort of his peak right now. He's at his strongest. It'll be, but against Slardar though, this team doesn't do so well. Slardar is able to reduce their armor by a lot. Remember, they don't really have high armor apart from Chaos Knight. Big stun on Gyrocopter, where they go for him. Tombstone comes out. Alright, they won. Timber's Chain misses. I'm not sure why. One zombie, is it going to be enough? Slardar managed to land this slow. It looks like Gyrocopter lands his missile. Timbersaw, is he going to fall? He does fall, and it's a 2 for 0 right now. Morphling, not enough mana for his waveform, but he has a magic stick. Can he use it? Can he use it in time? Can he use it? Use it! Use it! He doesn't use his magic stick. And Chaos Knight hasted up so he can't be caught. I think he could have used his magic wand and gone out, but and the fight goes completely the other way. And you can see that they almost got the same amount of experience as they lost in the previous fight. See? But that's the rubber band effect. The more ahead you are, the more it swings back the other way. Alright, a Necrophos going in. It's a bit scary. Death Pulse is stolen. It's okay, it's a good spell. Oh, Chaos Knight manages to kill the Huskar bottom lane. Sorry, I missed that. Alright, so you can see the net worth graph. Top two are dire, and these are 2 cores, so that's quite important. Undying is doing quite well, so is Chaos Knight. Necrophos didn't really have much farm considering that he went solo mid lane, but almost has his third item for his Aghanims, so getting close. Timber Chain. It's good that he went Arcane Boots. It speeds up his Bloodstone, but he's been dying. Well, not a lot. He's 3-3, so I'm not gonna say he's dying a lot, but just been very unlucky in these fights so far. I think you might want to go more reactive armor. I think. Oh, troll. I thought I might die. Ah, damn it! I missed the kill. I'm so sorry. And Chaos Knight going for the drums build. I like armlets a lot on Chaos Knight. I think it's one of the best items. Slaughter seems to be more of a support. He's saving up for Blink Dagger. Rubik's stunned for 4 seconds. Later, he's gonna die. There's no way he can get out of this one. And yep, Reaper's Sight comes out. Look at that, 60 seconds without Rubik. This early on, that's a big hit for him. And let's look at the wards. Radiant have 1 ward up, and Dire have 0 wards. And you can see that the wards, maybe it's not so obvious because I don't point it out so much, but the wards are making a difference. See, they know that they know where Gyrocopter is coming from. They're able to try to jump on him. Troll. Did he throw out his tombstone? Alright, no. Oh, and so look at that negative armor. It makes a big difference. And Timber Chain, Chakra misses. He's going to throw out his homing missile. They think they destroy it before it cause any real damage. Tombstone, seems like they're going to ignore it. Huskar jumps in. Big dive, but turns out to damage him more in the end. Slardar, 3 seconds stun. He's dead as well. Gyrocopter, are they going to chase after him? Looks like Timbersaw doesn't have enough mana to do both. Oh, can he use his Arcane Boost? Yes, he does. And looks like they're going to have a dead Gyrocopter as well. There's his ultimate, but it's not going to result in anything in the end. And Troll, does he really want a man mode against this? He has barely enough life to do anything. And luckily for him, he has his Shadow Blade. So 3 dead. And look at that. Goes up, goes down, goes up again. Alright, let's look at some item builds. Necrophos almost has his Aghanim Scepter. Really good the earlier you get it. Lower cooldown, lower mana cost. Morphling, not sure what he's saving up for. He has something in the courier though. Was it? Energy booster. Ah, so he's going Arcane Boots. Interesting. Not really the best scaling item. Timbersaw, we say the Bloodstone. Undying. I saw he had the Blade Mail last fight. He activated just when Huskar jumped on him. Reflected so much damage. So a really good pickup on him. Wait, looks like we might have a fight here. Looks like the Radiant want to take the mid tower. They have the newly planted ward here, able to see both ruins. And this gives them a lot of map control that the Dire just don't have. Did the Dire bottom wards? Nope, 2 in stock. Oof. Supports. Whatever. Who wants to support? Alright, and looks like they're just gonna go for the tower. Throws out an urn, really doesn't do much. And Undying kind of zoning them out. Nobody really wants to go close against him right now. Like I said, for the next few minutes, he's still, really powerful. And they trade though. They lose bottom tower, and Undying goes on his ultimate decay, throws his tombstone. What does Rubik steal? He steals Chaos Ball. Not really worth it. Big stun by Slardar, but Most of his team's already dead. They can't really do enough damage. Rubik lifts him, and looks like they're not gonna get much of it. Slaughter again. Not a good stun on Undying. Chaos Bolt. But will they be able to get the kill? Looks like they do. Rubik with the Chaos Bolt. Very nice work. In the end, it's a 2 for 2. So, oh, sorry, 2 for 3 actually. Big benefit for the Dire. And I'm sure we're going to see the gold graph go the other way right now. And they're chasing after this Morphin. Do they think they can get him? Stardar still doesn't have his Blink Dagger. I think he was going to go for it, then he went for Pouches instead. Should save for it. Looks like Rubik's close to his Blink Dagger than Stardar. Alright, let's look at the Dire team's reward. Looks like he's going to go for Helm of Dominator. If he can dominate creep, he can go for Roshan, so that's a good thing to go for. And he's, yeah, that's pretty much what you probably want to max Berserker's Rage. I mean, Willing Axe and Berserker's Rage, then Fervor, but it's okay. Huh, that's interesting. Is he gonna go for SNY? Or maybe BKB? And it looks like Rubik's gonna go for Force Staff. I'd say just Force Staff is just as good as Blink Dagger on Rubik in this game, because you can force people out of any bad situation, especially against Morphling's Adaptive Strikes. 4 seconds, you really don't want to go up against that. I still think he should get a couple of wards for his team though. Gyrocopter has his Helm of Dominator, has his Yasha. I wonder if he's going to go for Manta. This is a bit of an odd item build. Usually you see something like BKB, MKB, and Daedalus, something like that. Slardar probably should just stay for his Blink Dagger. He's been landing some pretty good Slithering Crushes. I think that he should get a Blink Dagger, try and focus on that. And lastly, Huskar. Looks like he's going to go for an Armlet. I think it's a great item. Armlet is just incredible item on any strength hero. Top lane, looks like we might have a... Oh, no detection. And Undying might be going either for BKB or for Aghanims. Aghanims, Undying, not the best. Flesh Golem isn't improved by much really. Not much heal or anything, so BKB might be better actually. You can throw out a bit more decays. And Undying is actually kind of fragile to be... He has okay life, but it's his decay that keeps him alive. The decay and soul rip. And rather a bit odd mixture of skill points. Oh, looks like we have a DC, people. Looks like it's going to be Heaven's Halberd. That's a pretty good item actually this game. Really good against Gyrocopter, Slaughter, and Huskar. Even Troll. Yeah, it's against pretty much everyone except Rubik. So Heaven's Halberd. And the evasion also gives him a lot of survivability, because there's the other team is mostly physical damage. There's one thing I want to talk about for Rubik. He should try to steal Morphling's Morph. He steals it, turns all his agility into strength, and when he steals something else, it doesn't matter, he'll have a ton of extra HP, because it's only 2 arms, it's not like he's losing anything. So he can lose 28 agility, get 28 strength. That would be huge for him. So he should really focus his efforts on stealing from Morphling. Morphling, look at, I don't know, maybe Morphling isn't actually going to use it anymore. He's keeping it level 1, and I think he doesn't want the Rubik to steal from him. Looks like they're trying to go on Undying, but the homing missile is going to take a while to get there. If there was a tombstone, they don't want to fight into that. Both teams biding their time. And nobody wants to pause for Huskar. They're like, Huskar, who needs him? Stardar? Yeah, he's farming at pretty dangerous levels of life right now. And Huskar's amplified damage is huge. 15 armor? That's great for his whole team, especially such a physical team like this. Rubik, he should probably steal whatever he can get from Undying. There's no reason not to steal. I mean, Decay is a really good spell on Rubik. So, yeah, if you don't have anything, you might as well steal whatever you can get. So, I'm not sure why he's not stealing. Just steal anything. It's in within range. Alright. And Huskar's back, probably flaming his own team, saying, why you guys no pause? Oh, and is he going? Whoa, he's in a bad spot. And looks like we're probably going to lose Rubik here. He doesn't even bother to throw any of his spells. Looks like he's almost dead. He does die. He didn't use either his Fate Bolt or his Rift, and Troll Falls as well. Almost could have been to a Necropause, but he used his ultimate too soon. He has Aghanims, but too soon. And yeah, like I said, Rubik, just throw your Fate Bolt, throw a Telekinesis, deal something. You don't have to... I'm not sure what he was waiting for. I think he was just playing with fire right there. And yeah, Morphling doing really good job with his warding. He's carrying 3. Where did he put one? Where's the last one he put? Oh, look, I have a ward here, but I can't see it on the map. Very. There it is. He planted one here. He's planted one before, just now, but I don't know where it is exactly. So when you have Undying, you really want to try again early racks. The hero's going to start falling off soon. and yeah, his tombstone becomes less scary. The life is fixed, so it's not gonna do very well. And Gyrocopter, big ultimate. Star managed to land a good stun as well. Tombstone comes down, but it's not doing enough. Huskar able to bring down the sorry, Undying takes that Slaughter, and so does the Huskar, and he steals Rubik steals the waveform. Not the best item for him. Troll looks like he's gonna fall as well, and come on, Troll is gonna fall probably. Rubik, not sure you want to be there, buddy, and stunned 4 seconds. Looks like it's gonna be his death as well. I'm not sure why he didn't just use waveform to escape just now. And it's a team wipe. It is a really, really bad team wipe. Dire are gonna need to pull out quite a few tricks out of their hat if they want to win this. They take down the Undying, but that's about it. And that's just not enough. Timbersaw has his Bloodstone. If he can get a few kills with it, he'll be able to snowball quite well. Necrophos, I think he's going for Bloodstone as well, actually. Is he? Where is it? Yeah, look how long it takes. Yeah, it's probably going to be a Bloodstone, I think. I don't think it's going to be a Skadi, but could be. Could be a Skadi. It's probably Bloodstone. I don't know. Maybe we should make a bet on it. I think it's going to be Bloodstone. Morphling. Going for Yule's Hex? Not sure what it's going to be. Alright, top lane. Looks like we're going to have a fight here. Huskar. Looks like he got stunned by the Chaos Knight. 4 seconds. Slaughter jumps in, but it's taking so much damage. Tombstone slowing them down a lot, but Troll Ward in the backline, he manages to bring down the Chaos Knight. Rubik is finally here, throws his Fate Ball, manages to stun 2, and Decay throwing out a few Decays, changing the fight. It's Undying, it's a 2-for-1 right now. Can Rubik get in range? Looks like there's not enough, he's not close enough, but the homing missile is coming. And Slaughter, you want to be really careful, because if it's one Decay, he might die, and Slaughter managed to stun, a good stun. Necrophos, walking around, I think he's thinking about using his ultimate on Huskar. Huskar, does he want to jump on him? He could if he wanted to. Oh, there's a Morphling Indy here, stunned for 4 seconds. He's thinking about taking the bounty room. He's like, do I want it? No, not worth the risk. It was serious, I think, of taking that bounty run. And yeah, good fight for the Dire. But I think we'll see the graphs dip a bit more. And I think the Radiant haven't taken, no, they're equal in towers, 2-2. And might be actually going to Gyrocopter's favor. He has, yep, he's going for Mantle. Again, not an item you see a lot on Gyrocopter, and not particularly good this game because there's no silences, there are only stuns, and you can't Mantle your way out of it. I suppose you could dodge the Chaos Bolt. I think it would be very difficult to dodge it after strike, if not impossible. So yeah, it's not the best, I think. I don't know. I would have gone for BKB MKB, but personal choice, maybe works out for him in the end. So Dire, we're getting some words up. Who's buying them? Rubik? I think he has his 4-staff finally. I thought he'd get a bit sooner actually. Slaughter with his Blink Dagger is not making much progress, but he is doing good work with his Blink Dagger. He's initiating well, getting 3 or 2 Slithering Crushes. Not bad for him. But yeah, his item scaling is a bit. He's not going to scale very well late game. It's going to be too easy to bring down. But amplified damage is going to be great no matter what. The minus 20 armor is going to help, especially against Morphling who has no armor. So we can see maybe the Radiant thinking of taking the bottom tower. I mean, when you see a tower this low, you might as well just backdoor it. Either force a rotation or a glyph. Either way, it's very good for you. So yeah, I think Timbersaw is going to go for it. And it looks like he is going to go for probably Aghanims. Yeah, Aghanim. Oh, it looks like mid lane we have a fight. Slaughter brought down very quick. Rubik still has the decay, but he's not using it as much as he should. He turn around, yeah, he finally does use it. And Chaos Knight brings him back with his what you call that thing ability that he has. This Troll looks like he's gonna bite off more than he can chew, and he does die in the end. Huskar, what's he thinking of? Oh, Rubik might be a bit too close. And big jump on the Undying, but is he able to turn it around? We might see. No. Oh, well, he died. He does die to the Huskar burn. I expect that to happen. So, alright, and looks like Timbersaw must have died recently. Did I see it? I guess I think he may have committed suicide, actually. Yeah, I can't tell when he died. But his bloodstone charges have been reduced, so that's interesting. You can see that the Radiant are taking quite a good lead, but again, can't say that's going to be in their favor completely because the Dire simply scale better into late game. So even if you're behind, if you have the better team late game, you can still win it. And Chaos Knight has armor. This is a really good item because when you use it with your Phantasm, they get the bonus strength and everything. So you activate it, your Phantasm, you can turn it on, off, doesn't matter. Your illusions will all have it. It's a really good item to have. And Rubik has Phantasm. Yeah, whatever about that. Oh, and Slaughter, look at that damage. Look at that damage. But then again, he has so much life, it doesn't really matter. Big jump by Huskar, able to bring down the Morphling. Ultimate by Gyrocopter. And what's it called? Necro Reaper Scythe, able to get the kill. And it's a 2-for-1. Necrolite. Necrophos, sorry, falls in the back lines. I was thinking they're going to chase the Chaos Knight, but manages to get a haste rune. And they're paying Roshan like crazy. Looks like they want Roshan. And look at that experience gain, 6,000. Really big. Rubik's dead for, he was dead for like, I don't know, 70 seconds because of that Reaper Scythe. Oh, and this is one of the good things about Slaughter. He's so good at taking Roshan with his minus armor. You know, you see a lot of teams, they go like Shadow Fiend, Vengeful Spirit, or you know, something like that, and then they get a medallion to the summer. Slaughter's like, nope, I got minus 15 right here. Right here. What's he gonna go for? I wonder what this is. Is it gonna be a BKB? He's playing more of a initiating tank than a DPS hero, so BKB would be a good item for him. And Necrophos, he is going for Bloodstone. One thing you could do with Necrophos, actually, you can go for Refresher, double Reaper Scythe, guarantees you the late game. You throw it on a couple of heroes, and they're dead forever. You know, there's no way they're joining the fight later. Morphling, looks like it's gonna be a use. Yeah, it's definitely a use. I really don't know much about support Morphling, to be honest. I mean, it's very rare to see it, so I'm just curious what he's gonna do. He's doing very well though. He has 2 deaths, only 15 assists, and 1 kill. It's unlikely he's gonna get many kills. I mean, he's a support Morphling. He has no damage, but he's been involved in a lot of fights. Looks like they're gonna get the Slaughter here, and he was just simply out positioned. And they just don't have vision of, yeah, they have no vision of this area. So we're just farming here, thinking you're safe, and you weren't. Dire have 1 ward, same spot as the Radiant. Who's carrying the Aegis? Yeah, Jericho, we got it. He's using his Manta illusions to push. Is actually really smart. But the problem is they don't really do that much damage. But at least, hey, you know, you're doing some chip damage. It's not bad. So yeah, still thinking that Dire might be able to take this late game if it goes long enough. Bloodstone completed on the Necrophos. Still think you might consider a Refresher after this. You have enough mana to do it. It's a really good idea. Timbersaw getting close to his, very close to his Aghanim's. Like less than 400 gold away from it. Double Chakram. I wonder how hard it is to use double Chakram because I don't play Timbersaw that much, and I've always wondered if like people will have any confusion with using it. So I'm curious to see how in his Bloodstone charges just going down. He's not doing so well this game. But at least he's creating space. He's top lane, the rest of his team is pushing bottom. Undying, when I finished his Heaven's Halberd, good evasion, able to cast on someone. Oh, big stun by Slaughter, but it doesn't work so well because Chaos Knight manages to go out of it in the meantime. Will they be able to go? They go for the Necrophos, so that he's going to die as well. Slaughter focusing on the Jericho, but he's stunned again by the Slaughter. Sorry, Chaos Knight. Damn it! The names are happening so fast. I am not a good hype caster. And yeah, you can see that they didn't lose anyone. Big exchange for them. What are the graphs looking like? We're down to even. We're gonna probably be very close to even with the gold graph. It's just gonna expire soon, and looks like we have our MKB on Gyrocopter. Now that evasion that you just got, it's gone. It's meaningless. Doesn't mean anything anymore. So unlucky for him. You should probably go get the BKB next because to remove the disarm. Troll. He has his BKB. What goes to BKB? Necrophos' ultimate goes through BKB. The damage doesn't, but the stun does. And if you die, you're still under the Reaper Scythe effect. Apart from that, I believe nothing else does. Yeah, I don't think anything else does. On the die, what they have that goes to BKB is Huskar's Ultimate, Rubik's Steel, Amplified Damage still affects people who are under MKB, and I think Troll's Bash, and so is Slaughter's Bash. So they're much better dealing with BKB than the Radiant are. And looks like Slaughter is going for BKB. So yeah, if he does go BKB, like we said, the only thing that goes through it will be Reaper Scythe and does no damage. And Necrophos hasn't been able to time his Reaper Scythe so well. The unlucky thing for the Radiant is that they got Bloodstones, but they're losing charges. They're not doing so well with them. And he might consider going for Boots of Travel if he's not going to go for Refresher or get some mobility. Maybe he can teleport into a fight, cast his Reaper Scythe, get a kill. So looking at the net worth, you can see that the Radiant, they're all quite close to each other, from Timbersaw to the Undying. Undying starting to fall off a little. Gyrocopter with a big lead though, 4k over his nearest competitor, which is his own teammate. Troll farming alright as well. And then we go Slardar. He's position 3 Slardar, but he's still behind the Undying. Huskar also is not doing that well, considering that he had I think it was a bot lane. He didn't farm so well. And Morphling, support Morphling, doing better than the support Rubik so far. Yule's completed. And he's carrying Sentry Wards. He's bringing them for the Troll, so that's pretty smart. I think, yeah, Sentry Wards are better if you're pushing. If you're pushing, you put Sentry Wards and nobody can backstab you. But if you're just hunting around, Dust is better, because then you're slow and you're able to catch up faster. Looks like the Radiant are going to their forest. No smokes, I think. Either team going for smokes. Chaos Knight finished the Assault Cuirass. Very good aura items. The reduction of armor and the attack goes well against the enemy team. And yeah, they could use the armor against the Slardar. They really need some armor. Even Vladimir would be a very good choice. Gyrocopter is going to go for Butterfly next. Butterfly, not as much physical damage on the Radiant. Only Chaos Knight. Even then, he's not as hard of a hitter. Yeah, BKB would have been better, I think. Avoid the Necrophos ultimate. And it looks like we're gonna have a big fight here. Radiant takes the tower. Will they go any further? Looks like that both teams kind of just, circling each other. They should plant a ward here. This symbol, I think this symbol means ward here. That's what the symbol means, because you see the couple of places, and all of them are really good ward spots. So yeah, I think that's what that symbol means. It means here, plant a ward here. Where is it? Here's another one. I think where else is there? There more? Yeah, there we go, here. Yeah, I don't know what that symbol means, but I mean officially what it means, but I think it means ward here. Good ward spots. And yeah, Radiant just taking tower by tower, very systematic. They should do this. They need to end the game soon. BKB Slaughter jumps in, but only lands stun on one person, and looks like double Chakram slowing him down like crazy. He dies very fast. So does the Gyrocopter. 2 minutes out of the fight. Troll looks like he's not going to Huskar not going to last very long either. And neither is the Troll, who's able to bring down the Undying before he dies. Timber Chain misses, but doesn't really matter. It's just the Rubik left, and wow, it's going to be 40 seconds before anyone comes back to life. And that time, I think the Radiant could at least take 1 Rax. And remember, Gyrocopter can't buy back and can't do. And it's not going to be back for a very long time. And this is what I meant. If he had BKB, he could have made a difference. Instead, he just got blown up very fast in the fight. And they're paying the Raxes. I don't see how. Oh, it was actually going there. I'm really surprised by that. Yeah, I don't know how the Dire can make a comeback from this. I think it'll be really difficult for them to win the game. Now, I mean, Jericho is still dead for another 60 seconds. So, oh wait, yeah, that's very dead. So yeah, they're just going for second Rax. See the armlet affects the Chaos Knight illusions, and it looks like he's gonna go for Heart next. Here's a very cool trick you can do. If you get Heart and you have armlet, you can just keep the armlet on forever. It's a bit like of a cheap trick. Oh, looks like they're gonna lose a courier. Not gonna make much of a difference, buddy. When you lose 2 Rax, they need to make some big plays, but looks like the Radiant are gonna retreat for now. Well, they got 2 Rax, so they retreat very triumphantly. And Talisman of Evasion on Morphling. I think you actually want to go for a bit more armor, maybe magic resistance. Not that there's much magic. Yeah, a bit of armor, a chainmail, and something like that would give you a ton of survivability. You could actually morph some of his agility into strength. I'm not sure why he's not doing that. And Jacob is still leading the net worth graph, but if he's blown up first with Necrophos ultimate, it doesn't make it much of a difference. And I think maybe the Radiant are waiting to take Roshan. Only Chaos Knight does much physical damage, but that's all they need. Chaos Knight. This is a really good pickup. He's actually done very well this game. Timber Saw. He was able to get quite a few bloodstone charges in that last fight. Blade Mail. Blade Mail's okay this game. And he has a Ghost Scepter as well. Quite a lot of like defensive, offensive kind of items, I guess. Blade Mail, you know, either you don't hit me, or if you hit me, I'm going to reflect it back. Ghost Scepter gives him some time to do his damage. Remember, Ghost Scepter is really good against this team. I mean, what are they going to do if he puts on a Ghost Scepter? They can't do anything. So yeah, I think maybe actually more of their team should take. Undying could have done really well with the Ghost Scepter. I think it would have been better than the Heaven's Halberd. Morphling going for Heaven's Halberd himself. Alright. Not bad, I guess. But yeah, Ghost Scepter just really would have been really good against the Dire team. And BKB would have been really good against the Radiant team. And who has BKB? Troll has BKB, and I think maybe Slaughter has BKB. Huskar trying to get BKB. Gyrocopter saving up for a BKB. So they could have up to 4 BKBs in the next fight. And they're going to need them. They're definitely going to need them with only one max left. Radiant should consider split pushing. Maybe you have, maybe like, I don't know, Undying or Timbersaw go bottom lane. And yeah, because you can see the distance between bottom lane and top lane is really far. So split pushing is a very viable option. You know, you don't want the creeps to be pushing on your side. You want them to reach all the way here. And it looks like we might have a jump troll. He sees him, but does he really want to engage? Looks like he does. Lands a first hit bash. What's his name? Sorry, comes in, stuns, and Morphling is dead. But Timbersaw staying alive because of the Ghost Scepter. Chakram stolen by the Rubik, but looks like they're going to be able to blow up the Huskar. Even though he's basically magic immune. Chaos Knight falls as well. It's a 2-for-1 right now, 2-for-2. Make that Slaughter looks like he might fall as well to the zombies of all things, and he does. Necrophos being chased down by the gyrocopter, and he does fall. It's a 3-for-4 right now. It's gyrocopter against Undying and Timbersaw. Who's gonna take the fight? Looks like gyrocopter still wants to go for it. He has his flak cannon ready. Is he gonna risk it? Is it time for the big plays? Chakram scouts it out, stun coming up, and it's gyrocopter against Timbersaw. Gyrocopter, his homing missile finally lands. He's hitting him even though he has blade mail on, and he dies. Big play by the Timbersaw, turning on his blade mail double Chakram, and that was huge. I actually thought gyrocopter was going to get it, but Timbersaw just turned that around. Wow, that was well done. That was very well done. And you can see that how he used his Ghost Scepter during the fight here, able to take very little damage, and Undying now is pushing the lane. Alright, Horsey. So yeah, that was really well done by the Timbersaw. And Undying, will he have company soon? Slaughter might teleport. Slaughter? No? Slaughter? Doesn't want to? Just gonna hang out here? Even Huskar speaking him, he's like, guys, you know, our base. No, our base. Hello. Troll. At least he's defending. I mean, doesn't matter. True, Troll didn't do great this game, but at least he's trying. I don't like when teams just decide to give up. It really takes it makes the game a bit not fun. And Undying looks like he should be fine. Drop the sentry ward to see anyone. And yeah, just they gave up, and that's so miserable. You know, it's like you're playing the game and you just decide not to play anymore. Troll looks like he's gonna die, and hey, Necrophos got his refresher like I thought he should, and looks like it's not gonna land the second time though. Slaughter comes in, lands a big stun, and doesn't matter. Radiant win. So congrats to the Radiant. I hope you enjoyed the cast, and thank you for tuning in.